The United Nations Security Council has scheduled an emergency meeting on Friday in wake of Russian drones entering Poland's airspace. With the Kremlin denying responsibility for the incident, Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk has demanded discussion with the UN member states.
Terming it to be a move to test NATO's capability to react, organization's member Poland in a first claimed to have shot down 19 Russian drones that entered its airspace during a widespread strike in western Ukraine on Wednesday. The member of the alliance called it an act of aggression as its airspace was violated and posed a threat. The Polish government claimed that one of the drones struck a residential building in eastern Poland, damaging the roof. Another damaged drone was found in the nearby village. During the incident, the Polish armed forces urged residents of 3 eastern regions to stay home. Poland introduced restrictions to air traffic along its eastern borders with Belarus and Ukraine. Kremlin, meanwhile, on Thursday dismissed claims made by Warsaw as nothing new with no further comments. Russia's defense ministry said that its drone struck a military facility in western Ukraine but did not plan to hit any targets in Poland. A day after downing Russian drones, Polish President Karol Nawrocki on Thursday told soldiers that Russian drones entering their airspace was an attempt to test Poland's and NATO's capability to react.
This Russian provocation, as the generals and our soldiers are well aware, was nothing more than an attempt to test our capabilities. It was an attempt and provocation to test the mechanism of operation within the North Atlantic Alliance and our readiness to respond.
Addressing the parliament, Polish defense minister reiterated NATO's unity and said that NATO passed the test.
Everything was done in consultation with the command in Brunssum. We were informed of everything and we informed ourselves of everything. Joint decisions, joint actions, coordination. NATO passed the test. NATO did not succumb to Russian pressure. NATO showed its unity.
Russian strike was condemned by leaders from the US, UK, Germany, France and Canada. In a joint statement with Finland President Alexander Stubb, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy on Thursday urged Kyiv's allies to rethink their own air defense capabilities, adding that Ukraine was open and ready to provide support for its allies' efforts.
I believe that no one has such a system today. Only we have it, and the Russians have it. Accordingly, we are open and ready.
Condemning Russia's actions, the Dutch government has summoned Russian ambassador to the Netherlands, calling Russia's reckless violation of Polish airspace as a threat to European security. At Poland's request, in wake of the latest incident, the UN Security Council will convene on Friday. The meeting has been endorsed by several other members of the Council, including Britain, France and Slovenia. Bureau Report, DD India.